Hello, you guys. Happy December. Welcome back to another video on this channel. More specifically, I got a story time for y'all because I'm trying to laugh. Tis the season. Well, this story is actually not that funny, but again, we love life because we like how we can look back on stuff that made us crumble and be like, oh, this is some content. This could be a learning moment for someone else. This also is kind of ridiculous just looking at what I used to deal with. Like, I know y'all feel me. I know y'all feel me. As I did about a month ago, giving you guys my worst birthday ever story time. Today, I am here and I'm back with another seasonal story time um, about my worst Christmas ever. 2 years ago, Christmas 2022, will never, ever repeat itself. And I'm here to tell this story, one, because it's seasonal, two, because I want you guys to learn from me and use it as a learning moment, and three, because I'm gonna make something out of my trauma. I'm gonna make something out of my. If you guys are new here, hello, welcome, subscribe, comment, chat, follow my other socials, all linked on my page. But if you're not, you know that some of my story times and a lot of my healing content comes from um, my experience being in an abusive relationship, growing from it, the aftermath, the effects still to this day, just navigating my life, you know? And this story took place while I was in said relationship. I'm 22 years old, y'all. At this time, I was 20. I had just turned 20. And I was in an abusive relationship. This person was abusive to me heavily emotionally, but also sexually. I was assaulted on a couple different occasions. And around this time, unfortunately, holiday season is kind of when it started in my situationship. I mean, in my situation, in my relationship. Not a very good time for me already. Like, had already I talked about, y'all, have holiday seasons have not been good for me. Like, once you grow up, holiday season is not fun. Well, it can be, but it just kind of hasn't been since I graduated high school, and especially wasn't 2 years ago when I was in an abusive relationship. Because if anyone can relate, abusive relationships literally feel like it be feeling like it controls your whole everything, your mental, like everything revolves around it, right? And my relationship at the time was no different from everybody else's story. So at the time I was in this relationship, um around the times when it really started getting abusive was when we had some distance, right? This boy, we were both from California, we met here, same county, but he went to school in Arizona. He went to ASU. I'm sure a lot of y'all are familiar with the school. But as we know, for college students, I only did 1 year of college. My ex boyfriend at the time was still in school. And so, of course, when he moved to Arizona, I had visited him a couple times. But you know, what happens on Christmas? Of course, everybody's home for the holidays. I had my man at the time home for like yeah, in college the holiday break is like a freaking month. Like, I know, like, growing up in elementary it's like 2 weeks. I remember in college you're legit out for like a month and a half. So he was here. I was happy, of course, at the time because that's who I was dating. In abuse you can't really see the the abuse, so obviously, you know, I was happy. Now that's a little background to the story, but let's get to Christmas Day, y'all. This is why I say abusive relationships are so draining and so, like, everything just revolves around them, because up until what the whole point of the story, my Christmas was fine. Okay, my Christmas was fine. So I did what I do pretty much every Christmas. Dad's side of the family is the closest to me, proximity wise. On Christmas Eve, we all get together. We stay up till 12, try to. Um, we open presents. We open presents. We do like Secret Santa. Like, we eat, we just hang out. And then, yeah. So then I go home. We go home, we go to sleep, and just with my immediate family, we just do Christmas morning. Just me, my parents, my siblings, my dog. Yeah. My sister is always here. My sister lives in a different city, so a few hours away. So she's, of course, always here on Christmas. We wake up, we open our presents, exchange gifts, and we basically just hang out. Like we watch movies or we go back to sleep because we're hella tired, you know. We stayed up till 12 the night before. Like the rest, my Christmas day is actually really chill after me and my family do presents. So we pretty much just chill. I had a really chill Christmas. I like my gifts. I enjoyed gift giving. And I was planning on being with a boyfriend on Christmas Day for the first time ever because I had never done that before. This was my third relationship, my second real one. Okay. So I was very excited. Of course, me and my boyfriend at the time were communicating throughout the day. He was just saying, like, same thing. Him and his family just hang out at his grandparents' house all day, just kind of chill all day. And he's just like, yeah, when we're done with the games and all that, I'm gonna come pick you up and we'll have a sleepover. We'll do gifts, all that. I'm like, cool, I'm excited. So yeah, me and my sister are just hang out. We're making TikToks. Keep that in mind, y'all. Who knew TikTok could get me in so much trouble? It's not funny. It's so stupid when y'all find out what that means. And we're just hanging out. I want to say maybe around like 7. He's like, okay, I'm going to leave now to come pick you up. Okay, I'm on the way. I'm on the way, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. I pack my little spinning night bag. Y'all know how it is. And I pack up his gifts and I'm super, super excited, okay? Maybe 20 minutes later, he's outside. I say goodbye to my family. We go and we drive over to his house. We get to his house. Again, still super amazing vibes, y'all. I don't know about y'all, but when I've dated people, it's never been, oh, come over to my house, sleep over my house. Hmm? Do you know my mom? I'm 22 years old and I'm still, I'm not gonna make a joke out of myself and ask for my man to come over and sleep over. Like, my household is just not that type of household, okay? So I was very familiar with his family. He lived with his grandparents, so especially his grandparents, they loved me. When he was here, I was over there like half, like when he was in California and not at school, I was over there half the week. I would probably just be over there like all my days off, you know? So I'm downstairs first. His grandparents literally bought me presents. They bought me some super cute pajamas, super, super sweet. His little sister, y'all. His little sister was so cute. He had like an age gap sibling. His sister, we were like 20. His sister was like 8. And she was so adorable, so sweet. She even picked out a present for me. I opened it. I'm like, I'm over here feeling bad because I didn't know his family was gonna give me gifts. Like I just brought stuff for him. I'm giving her a hug. I'm like, thank you so much, honey. Like whatever. And then, after we're done hanging out, talking to his family a little bit, we go upstairs to do our own gift exchange. So, typical thing, y'all. I can't lie. It was good gifts. I'm a super giving person. Like, I get really excited for people to see what I got. Like, you want to open it yet? You want to go first? Like, I'm that type of person. So, we do our gift exchange. Cool first Christmas together. The vibes are amazing, right? And then y'all know after Christmas, if you don't have something extravagant to be, y'all, it just turns into a regular day. Just turns into a regular day. So after that, I think we're just chilling. We're just laying in bed, scrolling, whatever. And then it gets to that point where it's like, all right, we about to like turn the lights off and actually like get in bed, get the bonnet on, get the headscarf, get the do, like we're about to get to that point. So y'all, I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna go to the bathroom, I'm gonna get myself together, I'm gonna wash my face, put on my pajamas, all that stuff, or probably yeah, what you all know. So I go do that. I walk back into the bedroom. Y'all know when you can just feel the energy change, especially like I said, I'm dealing with an abusive person. I'm so used to the up down, being on guard, being ready to get screamed at. Like I'm already used to it. So I just walk in and I just feel the vibes. And he's just in bed scrolling on his phone. And a normal person, if they saw something questionable or they didn't like, it would be like, hey babe, like come over here, like I saw this. What does this mean? But not with psycho abusive people. So I feel it. And again, I had to ask him, I'm just like, what's wrong? I'm like, why are you like staring at me like that? He's like, I saw something. I'm like, okay, what is it? He shows me his phone. He pulls up my TikTok. He pulls up the TikToks I said I was making with me and my sister. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm looking at it like, okay. Like, I made this with my sister 2 hours ago. So I'm watching and I'm just like, what did you see? Like, what could possibly be wrong with this? Like, I'm sure confused. Let me explain the type of TikTok it was, y'all. I'll even play it for y'all if I still have it privated. And y'all know how there's like sibling tags or friend tags where it's like, who's most likely to this? Who's most likely to that? Who's the this? Who's the that? I made one of those audios with my sister where we're just talking, we're pointing to each other like which one it is. Y'all, one of the questions I can understand from a sane person's perspective, like, what is this, right? Anything, that's one thing about me in relationships. Anything you see, I never want my partner to feel scared or like they're gonna be annoying if they want to ask, who is this? What is this? What is this? They free range because I'ma ask. And you better not make me feel annoying for it. So that wasn't the problem. But again, when I'm like, what did you see? Y'all, in the TikTok, one of the things, the who's most likely to, was who's most likely to get back with their ex. Now, now, to my homies, to my subscribers, to my supporters, to people in real life who know me, y'all know that I'm a Scorpio, y'all. I'm so cutthroat, never looking back at the past. I don't care. Like, I don't care. I feel like there's never a reason to spin the block. I've always been that type of person. Like, ew. Um, I've just been that person. I'm especially that person like right now because I'm in a new relationship, but like even period. I've had exes, people from my past reach out even when I'm extremely single and I'm still like, no. Like, I'm just not that person. When the audio said who's most likely to get back with their ex, my sister, however, I love you, Amara, but I'm about to tell the truth. She is one of those people. She's one of those homegirls that annoys you. Like, girl, I'm really done with him. Like, I'm blocking him. I'm never unblocking him. Like, I'm really done. A week later, she's showing me them talking. A week later, she's telling me what happened when they talk. Like, my sister is that girl. I love you, Mara. I love you. I know you remember this crazy story. In other words, my sister is 100% more likely to get back with their ex or their past person. When they say that in the audio, I point to her obviously and she points to me as a joke. Like, knowing how cutthroat I am and how she knows it's really her, she points and she just starts busting out laughing. And you can literally see in the video on my face. I'm like, girl, who are you pointing at? Like, it's like, if you can read expressions, you can see that's exactly it. I'm like, and then I laugh too out of just like, she's like, this is like, she's trying to be funny, basically.
Who can't go a week without texting their ex?
Hey, ma, how you doing? It's your son now.
So when he said I saw something, he's talking about that. And again, I think your partner should have free range to say any little thing they find questionable. So I'm like, okay, like, I I guess I can see that she pointed at me, but I'm like, you can see my reaction, that's not true. I was like, all my exes are blocked, I don't like, I was like, she's literally like, I like be telling you about my sister sometimes. She's that person. Like, she pointed to it as a joke, like to deflect it off of her. And y'all, this insane man just starts actively getting angry about that. Being like, no, why did she point at you? Like, why did she point at you? Like, that's weird. Why would she point at you? Why would she do that then? Why would she do that then? Why would she? It's Christmas Day, y'all. It's Christmas Day. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm telling you why she pointed. I'm telling you why she pointed at me. Like, what do you mean? I can't control what she does. I can't control what someone else does. I damn sure can't control what my older sister does. And he's just like, that's weird. Why would she point at you? Why would you post a TikTok like that? Like, what does that mean? Like, I don't trust y'all. He's just going off. And for background, if you're new here again, I was dealing with someone extremely, extremely insecure. No Issa Rae.
Oh, look, nigga. Guess you're still single. Couldn't find another bitch to make your toes tingle.
Like insecure about how he looked, insecure from his past, from being cheated on, from to just not having any sense of self-worth, feeling like they're not good enough, feeling like they're ugly, feeling like little like just very, very deep rooted insecurities and no healing from the past whatsoever. Like y'all know how they say those relationships where people push their past issues onto you. That's the type of relationship. I'm always getting accused of doing something, of cheating, of being sneaky, of being like everyone else. Like I was always on edge, always accused of doing something, always being put down, saying I was a bad person. Like it was like one of those relationships. So I'm just like, oh my god. I literally didn't know what I could say. I'm like, I'm telling you why she did that. I'm telling you that's not true. Like, what else can I do? And again, I was just so tired because I'm like so used to being on edge. I'm so used to being yelled at. I'm so used to being, if you guys haven't watched my Psycho Ex Boyfriend, watch that story time just to get it. Like, I'm so used to it. And I was like, you really have to do this on Christmas? Like, the day is over. Like, the day is over. Like, literally, I was like, again, I just start bawling because I'm just so used to it and I'm so tired and it's Christmas. And I'm like, I literally had a good day. And then all this happened. And he's literally just like, I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. That's weird. I'm not gonna speak to you. Like I'm over, like he's literally like, I'm gonna go in the other room, like I'm not sleeping next to you, like this is not, and I'm just like, oh my god, y'all, like I'm bawling, like it gets to the point where he just starts ignoring me. He literally just starts ignoring me. And also I seen him like on the phone look like he was in a texting match with someone. I'm like, who are you texting? Like, who are you texting? Because I'm like, are you talking about me right now? Like what? And I end up like getting a glimpse and I'm like, give me your phone. Like, who are you texting? And he tells me he's texting like his close friend. Y'all, this is how you know how people are crazy and like, I'm right. I'm right. Why did I look at the text with him and his best friend when he eventually gave it up, handed it over? His best friend was literally being like, you gotta chill, bro. Like you're gonna lose her if you keep doing stuff like this. Like I get it, but it's like this is someone who's actually here for you. Like you can't be doing, like he's literally being like, chill on Alicia, like chill, you're great. Like I was like reading those messages, I was still bawling my eyes out, but it just had me a little like, yeah, yeah. So yeah, y'all, I'm just bawling my eyes out. He snatches the phone back from me. He goes in the other room and I'm just like, what do I do? And then also, y'all know when you're in other people's house, I'm like, I don't want to have a full blown panic attack breakdown. I don't want his grandparents to come out of the room and be like, what's wrong, sweet? Like, I don't, so I'm like fucking sobbing, having anxiety, but I'm also trying like not to be too loud because I don't want people like. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I keep trying to talk to him and he literally is ignoring me, y'all. So I'm literally just like, I'm not doing this. Mind you, he picked me up. I text my dad. Y'all know anything about me? My dad, that's Bessie, big Capricorn, daddy's girl all the way. And I'm just like, can you pick me up? Because I'm like, I don't want to sit here in someone else's house and sob my eyes out over this. Like, I was like, I know this is ridiculous, but it literally hurts. And I'm so mentally tired. Like, I was just feeling so drained. And of course, my dad is like, yeah, what's the address? So, yeah, y'all, I just leave him alone. His immature self wanted to ignore me. So I stopped talking to him. I packed my stuff when my dad said I was here. I creeped down the stairs and I left. I remember he had the nerve too to finally start talking when I was going down the stairs, being like, are we done?
You bitch.
Yeah, y'all, I literally just ignored him and ran out of the house. Because what are we what are we really talking about right now? Like what are we really I was just so drained. And again, y'all, when you're in abusive relationships, if you can relate, it's so hard. I didn't tell my family that I was being sexually abused I didn't tell my family everything, obviously, because you're so scared of protecting your abuser and your image. So I like remember my dad is super cool. Like he's just so chill and so like not a hell not like gonna force me. Like I feel like my dad is a parent who looks at me as my own person, not just his daughter. So I literally remember he was just like what's wrong? Like what happened? And I just told him I didn't want to talk about it, and he just said, "All right." And he took me home, and yeah, guys. And was that the end of that relationship? No, it wasn't. That was obviously December because it was Christmas. I didn't break up with him. I didn't get the courage to break up with him until May. But yeah, guys, that was the absolutely worst Christmas ever. Like, nothing is topping that. Like, again, it's just like even worse when it's like the day wasn't even that bad. It was just the day was ruined by my toxic boyfriend. Again, I want to tell this story because it's seasonal, but also just like for people to be aware and like learn from me, y'all. Like, I didn't break up with him, but that should have been the end, y'all. I dealt with months more of abuse, months more of getting drained, thinking I was a bad person, being convinced. Y'all, that situation, he literally convinced me. If I have that video privated, like I said, I would have already showed y'all. He literally convinced me to private the video. Like he was like convinced me that I was wrong for posting it because of her. Like he ended up being like, "Okay, I believe you, but take it down cuz why would you post something like that?" Yeah, it's just like trust your gut, guys. You know when you're in the wrong. You know when you're not. Not always. Sometimes we be in a little bit of our ego. But when it comes to this, like I said, when it comes to energy draining monsters and toxic relationships, y'all, you know it's only a matter of time when universe, God, whatever, is gonna pull it away for you or force you to make that decision. Because that was me. I knew that Christmas, like I was debating breaking up with him. I debated breaking up with him so many times. But I also want to give grace to anyone who's been in a similar situation or is, that I also understand it's not that easy because it was a constant cycle of about to break up with him, no crying, don't leave. I promise I'll change. I promise I won't do that to you again. I promise I won't again. And then I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna trust and believe you because I love you. That is the most dangerous cycle to ever get stuck in, y'all. Major character development though. It's not funny, but yeah, guys, just I hope you learn from this. If this sounds familiar, run. Um, yeah, but I also understand it's not that easy. So I should have been done that Christmas. I wasn't. I am done now. I've been done for almost 2 years, and I'm in a new relationship now. If you guys know, um, after a major almost 2 years of healing, therapy, anxiety, so much. Like it'll come, y'all. It will come. But yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way because it's a story to tell and it's a lesson learned. And I hope you guys gained something from the story time and laughed a little bit because I know I'm gonna put memes in it to make it funny because I'm not trying to, Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you want to hear more. Like, follow my socials, check out my story times playlist, all my other videos. I will have more and more content coming for you guys this December. I'm feeling in the spirit. Y'all see the little snow globe I put up for y'all, my little Christmas candle behind it. I'm excited. This is the first holiday season in years, if you're not new, where I've said I felt mentally happy. I'm excited for it. And I hope you guys' holiday season is going great too. And yeah, okay, you guys, I will catch you very, very soon in the next one. Bye.